The ancient sea carves pathways where life can travel, hide, and return. The Red Sea does not reveal itself all at once. It offers one living detail at a time. The sea feeds even the quietest forms, carrying life through invisible currents. The sea teaches movement through rhythm, and the Red Sea Reef answers with life. Beneath the surface of this ancient ocean, the Red Sea begins to reveal a hidden world. In the sea, awareness moves faster than sound, passing through a school like light. Around a single coral tower, the sea gathers shelter, food, movement, and risk. The sea feeds even the quietest forms, carrying life through invisible currents. Even in the brightest hour, the Red Sea keeps many of its lives unseen. Every ray of light touches an ocean realm shaped by time, heat, salt, and life. Near the reef, the sea is never still. Every surface becomes a place to live. In the sea, awareness moves faster than sound, passing through a school like light. The closer we look into this sea, the more worlds within worlds begin to appear. Here, the ocean has built a living kingdom from stone, sunlight, and patience. The Red Sea is not empty water. It is an ancient ocean filled with quiet movement. Each hidden opening in this sea is a doorway to another small life. The journey begins at the reef, but the Red Sea still holds far more than the eye can see. Beyond the reef, the sea opens into a silence older than memory. In this ocean, even the smallest motion carries the memory of life. Each hidden opening in this sea is a doorway to another small life. Around a single coral tower, the sea gathers shelter, food, movement, and risk. As the light changes, the ancient Red Sea begins to show a different face. Deeper below the surface, the seal's hidden life becomes harder to see, but impossible to ignore. The ocean floor appears still, yet beneath its calm surface, life is already awake. This ancient ocean hides its wonders in layers of color, shadow, and silence. This is the doorway into the Red Sea's ancient hidden kingdom. Deeper below the surface, the seal's hidden life becomes harder to see, but impossible to ignore. At the edge of the reef, the ocean breathes through thousands of tiny bodies. Above, the sun burns bright. Below, the ocean keeps its hidden life protected. Every crack in this ocean reef may shelter a life unseen by the passing eye. Ahead, the ancient sea carves pathways where life can travel, hide, and return. The Red Sea does not reveal itself all at once. It offers one living detail at a time. The sea feeds even the quietest forms, carrying life through invisible currents. The sea teaches movement through rhythm, and the Red Sea Reef answers with life. Beneath the surface of this ancient ocean, the Red Sea begins to reveal a hidden world. In the sea, awareness moves faster than sound, passing through a school like light. Around a single coral tower, the sea gathers shelter, food, movement, and risk. the sea feeds even the quietest forms, carrying life through invisible currents. Even in the brightest hour, the Red Sea keeps many of its lives unseen. Every ray of light touches an ocean realm shaped by time, heat, salt, and life. Near the reef, the sea is never still. Every surface becomes a place to live. In the sea, awareness moves faster than sound, passing through a school like light. The closer we look into this sea, the more worlds within worlds begin to appear. Here, the ocean has built a living kingdom from stone, sunlight, and patience. The Red Sea is not empty water. It is an ancient ocean filled with quiet movement. Each hidden opening in this sea is a doorway to another small life. The journey begins at the reef, but the Red Sea still holds far more than the eye can see. Beyond the reef, the sea opens into a silence older than memory. In this ocean, even the smallest motion carries the memory of life. Each hidden opening in this sea is a doorway to another small life. Around a single coral tower, the sea gathers shelter, food, movement, and risk. As the light changes, the ancient Red Sea begins to show a different face. Deeper below the surface, the seal's hidden life becomes harder to see, but impossible to ignore. The ocean floor appears still, yet beneath its calm surface, life is already awake. This ancient ocean hides its wonders in layers of color, shadow, and silence. This is the doorway into the Red Sea's ancient hidden kingdom. Deeper below the surface, the seal's hidden life becomes harder to see, but impossible to ignore. At the edge of the reef, the ocean breathes through thousands of tiny bodies. Above, the sun burns bright. Below, the ocean keeps its hidden life protected. Every crack in this ocean reef may shelter a life unseen by the passing eye. Ahead, the sea will open into a hidden kingdom where every color shelters life. In the ancient ocean, survival often begins with knowing where to hide. The first gate of the Red Sea is open. Beyond it, hidden life is. The reef is only the beginning. Beyond it, the ocean falls into deeper secrets. Here, the ancient ocean divides the world between safety, hunger, and the unknown. The ocean current writes invisible paths through this living architecture. From a distance, the ocean looks peaceful. Up close, it is alive in every direction. Some forms in this ocean grow slowly, carrying the marks of decades beneath the waves. The Red Sea is an ocean of thresholds, where light fades and mystery begins. Color is not decoration in this ocean. It is language, warning, disguise, and attraction. Across this ancient ocean floor, every open space leads back to shelter. The smallest creatures in this ocean help build one of Earth's most complex worlds. When the ocean gathers life into one motion, the reef seems to breathe. The ancient ocean hides many of its stories where sunlight can barely reach. These living structures turn the ocean into a maze of refuge and opportunity. In the ocean's sheltered corners, hidden life waits for the right moment to move. The farther we look into this ocean, the more ancient and alive it becomes. Some lives in this ocean are measured not by distance, but by the safety of a single crack. The reef is the memory of the ocean, built slowly by countless living hands. From above, it is only water. From below, the ocean becomes a universe. The current feeds the reef, and the reef gives the ocean a place for life to gather. Along these walls, the ancient ocean rises like a living cliff. In this ocean, danger and shelter can exist within the same delicate form. Every passage through the reef leads deeper into the ocean's hidden design. Life in this ocean is arranged between the brightness above and the shadows below. The ocean teaches movement through rhythm, and the reef answers with life. In this sea, a shadow is enough to make hidden life vanish. The reef reaches into the sea, and the sea answers with light and food. Changing color, changing shape, some creatures turn the Red Sea into a living illusion. Every meter of this seafloor contains a hidden story waiting in silence. The sea can hide a body beneath almost nothing. Beyond the first gate, the Red Sea opens into a kingdom built entirely by life. Inside the smallest cracks of the Red Sea, hidden life begins to appear. Sometimes the Red Sea reveals only evidence, not the life itself. What appears solid is alive, fragile, and constantly changing beneath the sea.
Some creatures in this sea survive by becoming almost invisible.
In this sea, every branch of coral becomes shelter for hundreds of fragile lives. But beyond these hidden chambers, the Red Sea begins to move with greater force. The Red Sea teaches caution to even the smallest creatures. The coral kingdom of the Red Sea is not silent. It is alive with constant motion. The Red Sea sand is not empty. It is a thin veil over secret lives. The smallest spaces in the reef can mean the difference between life and danger. Inside the reef, the Red Sea builds homes above, below, and between. Even before night, the hidden corners of the Red Sea already belong to secret lives. The hidden life has shown how the Red Sea protects the small. Now the moving sea will reveal the balance of survival. Layer by layer, the sea has shaped this reef into a living city. Spines, shells, shadows, and cracks all become tools for survival in this sea.
The smallest defenders in the Red Sea guard doors no larger than a shell.
In this sea, stillness can be the strongest form of protection. Hidden life in this sea is not rare. It is simply easy to miss. The Red Sea builds diversity, not with one shape, but with thousands. The sea current connects every coral, every fish, and every hidden mouth. Every cave in the Red Sea Reef may hold a life waiting beyond the light. Across the sand, the Red Sea leaves clues of lives that move unseen. Beneath the visible reef, the Red Sea holds another reef of secrets. Soft corals move with the sea, turning the current into a slow underwater dance. In one small corner of the Red Sea, many lives can share the same shelter. Behind the bright reef face, the Red Sea keeps quieter chambers of life. Some hidden lives are so delicate that the sea itself nearly erases them. The sea can hide a body beneath almost nothing. To understand this sea, we must look below the obvious beauty. A single coral patch is only one room in the vast palace of the Red Sea. Here, hidden service becomes survival, and the sea rewards patience. Among the corals, color becomes a way to find food, avoid danger, and belong. The deeper the crevice, the more the Red Sea hides from view. The builders of this sea are small, but together they create a world. The Coral Kingdom is not only shelter, it is a place of exchange. In the Red Sea, a predator can look exactly like the reef itself. Above the reef, the sea gathers movement into living clouds. Camouflage turns the seafloor into both a hiding place and a hunting ground. Small armor, slow steps, and perfect disguise help life cross the Red Sea floor. The Coral Kingdom stretches across the seafloor, connected by hidden paths of sand and current. The reef forms chambers large enough for entire communities to gather. Even the open sand between corals belongs to the rhythm of the sea. Between the coral walls, the sea creates roads for life to move safely. Inside the tunnel, the Red Sea becomes a hidden world within the reef. Some hidden lives wait in darkness, watching the sea from a single opening. Some corals in this sea grow like maps of time, marked by years of quiet survival. The higher the coral climbs, the more the sea fills it with life. Every surface in the Red Sea can become a feeding ground, a shelter, or a hiding place. Even in the shadows of the Red Sea, strange partnerships quietly continue. At the edge of the Coral Kingdom, the sea begins to change again. For small creatures, the reef is a maze built by the sea for survival. Near the crest, sunlight feeds the reef, and the Red Sea becomes dazzling. In the Coral Kingdom, danger and protection often grow side by side. Shade becomes shelter in the Red Sea, and every ledge can hide a life. A single hole in the Red Sea reef can become an entire home. This is the Coral Kingdom at its brightest, a living crown beneath the sea. The Red Sea reveals its secret lives only for a moment, then hides them again. But beneath the colors of the Red Sea, even smaller hidden lives are waiting to be found. The reef changes with every few meters of sea, revealing new colors and new forms. Even feeding becomes part of the reef's rhythm, shaping the sea one bite at a time. Even the sand itself can open and release life into the sea. The Coral Kingdom has shown its beauty. Now the Red Sea will reveal the lives hidden within its cracks. Inside the coral thicket, the sea becomes a maze only small bodies can enter. The hidden life of the Red Sea often begins below the surface of the sand. In this sea, intelligence can wear the color of stone. The Red Sea hides its most delicate life in places protected from the open water. The Red Sea gives some creatures not only shelter, but a way to disappear. Here, the reef rises like a living wall built by the sea itself. A borrowed shell becomes a moving fortress across the Red Sea sand. The current brings food, and the Coral Kingdom reaches into the sea to receive it. What looks like dust in the sea can become nourishment for an entire reef. On the seafloor, slow creatures quietly recycle the reef's forgotten fragments. The Red Sea reef is crowded, yet every creature finds its own place. Some lives remain hidden beneath stones, touching the sea without fully leaving shelter. The Red Sea reef is full of doors that open and close in silence. Beyond one coral garden, the sea opens into another, and the kingdom continues. Beauty in the Red Sea can also carry warning. Near the seafloor, smaller lives keep close to the border between sand and stone. In the shadows, the sea hides forms both graceful and dangerous. The higher the reef rises, the more life gathers in the moving seawater. Transparency is another disguise, making life shimmer like the sea itself. A single coral island can become an entire world within the sea. Hidden chambers inside the reef make the sea safer for the smallest lives. Where light grows weak, the Red Sea shelters colors the open reef rarely sees. The current organizes the sea, guiding food, movement, and survival.
Some of the sea's strangest beauty moves only a few centimeters at a time.
Some fish travel the reef like a herd across an underwater landscape.
In the Red Sea, hidden life can be smaller than a finger and richer than a jewel. The best disguise in this sea is to become part of the reef's shape. In this sea, even care and cleaning become part of the reef's hidden order. The Coral Kingdom is held together by countless small exchanges. Where the sea moves gently, small lives hold on and become almost impossible to see. On the Red Sea floor, partnership can turn a fragile burrow into a safer home. Not all life here is bright coral. The sea also shelters quiet forms that filter and clean. One digs, one watches, and together they read the sea for danger. The reef is architecture, and the sea fills every passage with motion. Under the coral roof, the Red Sea keeps another layer of hidden life. Tiny filters open into the sea, gathering food from water that never stops moving. Light returns, and the coral kingdom expands again across the sea. Fast-moving schools carry energy from one part of the reef to another. The coral kingdom is beautiful, but the sea has built it with defenses. To live here, every creature must read the sea and respond instantly. Some coral shapes create quiet rooms where the sea becomes calmer. Across the reef plain, each coral island offers safety in the open sea. The reef gives the sea a place where small lives can vanish instantly.
When the coral kingdom awakens, the Red Sea seems to bloom with fish.
Some hidden lives do not chase food. They cast invisible nets into the sea. Not every creature in the Red Sea reveals its full form to the open water. The best refuge in the Red Sea can be another living body. Even fierce creatures in this sea understand the value of retreat. The more closely we study the Red Sea, the more hidden lives begin to emerge from the reef. The hidden world of the Red Sea does not end at one crack. It continues deeper into the reef.
Within a hole no wider than a finger, the sea can hide a fierce and intelligent hunter.
Many hunters of the Red Sea begin as hidden faces inside the reef. In the Red Sea, even a nearly invisible thread can mean survival. Some hidden fish of the Red Sea look less like swimmers and more like pieces of the reef. In this sea, disguise can become armor, shelter, and identity at once. Some creatures in this sea survive by wearing the reef itself. Caution is one of the first instincts learned in the Red Sea. In the Red Sea, camouflage can be built one fragment at a time. Patience is the only way to see certain lives in this sea. The Red Sea allows some creatures to vanish by looking like everything around them. Hidden life in this sea is not only survival, it is also protection of the next generation. Partnership on the Red Sea floor can turn a fragile hole into a defended home. Some hidden lives of this sea move like living patterns across the reef. On the sand of the Red Sea, stillness becomes a form of concealment. Transparency lets some lives of the Red Sea become part of the water around them. A future reef community can begin as tiny dots beneath a coral ledge.
Some creatures of the Red Sea become invisible by becoming almost flat.
One works, one watches, and together they read the sea for danger.
Some fish of the Red Sea choose the cave as their daylight shelter.
To survive here, a body must sometimes move like the sea itself. The Red Sea is filled with small doors that open only when the water feels safe. The Red Sea can hide an entire body beneath a veil of sand. The Red Sea often hides one secret beneath another. Some hidden lives do not chase food. They cast invisible nets into the sea. Even the youngest hidden lives in this sea learn to disappear. Among the broken pieces of the reef, the Red Sea shelters its youngest hidden lives. Stillness inside the cave is part of the rhythm of this sea. A tiny tunnel in the Red Sea can hold one of the reef's most alert hunters.
In this sea, disappearance can happen faster than a heartbeat.
The Red Sea rewards those who can become lines, shadows, and stems.
Even the softest shapes rising from the sand can belong to hidden life.
The sand of the Red Sea can bloom with lives that vanish the moment danger approaches. Every small opening in the Red Sea reef suggests another hidden story.
A simple hole in the Red Sea sand can become a fortress for a watchful parent.
In this sea, some creatures survive by copying the movement of the reef.
One coral head can hold the sea in layers, buried, hidden, sheltered, and free.
Inside the caves of the Red Sea, hidden life gathers where light weakens. Even in the shadows of this sea, life continues its quiet cycles. The Red Sea floor is a page written by creatures that rarely show themselves. The best disguise in the Red Sea is to become part of the coral's rhythm. Some hidden lives of the Red Sea are built for darkness, waiting where the reef turns inward. Some hunters of the Red Sea hide beneath the very floor of the sea. A life can cross the open seafloor for only seconds before returning to shelter. Even in hidden corners of the sea, cooperation keeps the reef alive. The deeper the crack, the more the Red Sea seems to multiply. Some of the rarest beauty in the Red Sea moves more slowly than the current.
What shines above is only the surface of the Red Sea's hidden life. The closer we look at this sea, the more enormous the small world becomes.
Rock caves beneath the reef protect lives that rarely enter the open sea. Some hidden lives in the Red Sea cling so quietly that the sea itself seems to hold them.
By matching both shape and motion, life in this sea can almost erase itself.
Inside the reef, the Red Sea feeds creatures that never need to chase. The smallest lives of the Red Sea gather where the water becomes calm.
Inside a cavity of the reef, the sea feeds another life in complete silence.
Many hidden lives of the Red Sea begin as a face at the edge of darkness. The Red Sea hides life not by removing it, but by blending it into rhythm. The sea gathers its smallest lives in pockets too quiet for larger eyes to notice.
A single crack in the Red Sea can support an entire hidden community. The boundary between animal and sand becomes almost impossible to read.
In this sea, transformation can be quieter than movement. The obvious beauty of the reef often hides the smaller drama taking place below.
A moving shell can become one of the Red Sea's smallest hidden travelers.
On the seafloor, many small lives overlap without disturbing each other. Some hidden creatures live by opening themselves to the sea and trusting their speed of retreat.
In this sea, a single shadow can make a life disappear.
Color, texture, and movement turn the Red Sea into a theater of illusion. Hidden life in this sea often survives by living upon other lives. One small shelter in the Red Sea can protect many species at once. The underside of the reef is another world in the Red Sea, hidden from bright water above. The hidden world of this sea reveals itself only to patient eyes. Hidden life in the Red Sea is not rare at all. It simply lives beneath attention. From coral cracks to open sand, the Red Sea hides life in every texture. Where the reef meets the sand, another layer of the Red Sea begins. One coral head in the Red Sea can hold an entire vertical neighborhood of secret lives.
What appears simple in the Red Sea is often layered with lives too small to notice at first. Every meter of this sea holds another hidden door.
The Red Sea is never still. Even after calm, the current returns and reshapes life again.
Some predators hold their power in formation, waiting for the sea to bring opportunity.
The same current that tests the reef also feeds it.
When the Red Sea current grows stronger, every creature must choose where to move, where to hide, and where to feed. Beyond the hidden cracks, the Red Sea begins to move with greater force. In the Red Sea, even the current can divide, forcing life to choose a path in moving water.
When the sea begins to run, the school becomes a river of living silver.
The Red Sea arranges life by strength, size, hunger, and timing. In this sea, a school is more than a crowd. It is a single decision shared by thousands.
The school bends with the sea, then reforms before danger can find a weakness.
In open water, safety comes from moving together as one living shape.
A single rush through the sea can change the direction of hundreds. Together, they read the Red Sea faster than any single body could. Predators do not always attack. Sometimes their presence alone reshapes the sea. Hunters use the current as cover, rising from below where the school least expects them.
The Red Sea turns movement into defense, and the school becomes harder to break.
Around the pinnacle, the Red Sea turns fear into a spinning tower of life. Pressure turns scattered fish into one living shield.
The reef is the answer the Red Sea gives to danger. The hunters follow the current because the current gathers life.
From below, the balance of survival appears as a storm of light and shadow. Inside the reef, the sea becomes narrow, protected, and full of escape routes. Where many small fish gather, the hunters of the sea are never far away. Inside the living tower, every fish follows the sea, and the fish beside it. In the Red Sea, fear can turn thousands of lives into one shield. Where warm and cooler sea layers meet, even the shark appears to move through liquid glass. From below, survival in the sea looks like a storm passing across the sun. The Red Sea offers two choices at once: shelter in the reef or speed in open water. A single change in the sea can move an entire community at once. The reef protects the small by turning the sea into a maze. The Red Sea offers more than one escape, but every escape has its own risk. In this sea, safety can be only a few centimeters wide. Below the shark's path, the sand hides another hunter, moving by touch and patience. A distant shark can change the shape of the sea before it comes close. The reef protects the small, while the open sea tests the strong. Even in powerful water, the reef creates quiet rooms for survival. The shark moves through the Red Sea like a law the reef understands. The ray searches the seafloor like a slow shadow, reading invisible signs. Not every hunter in the Red Sea moves quickly. Some wait with ancient patience. Even powerful hunters in the Red Sea must pause and depend on smaller lives. Balance in this sea is built across layers of depth, motion, and hunger. Below the moving schools, another hunter waits beneath the sand.
The same current that brings danger also brings food.
The same reef can be a hospital, a shelter, and a hunting ground. Some predators of the Red Sea gather in silence before they move. The ray does not chase through the sea. It searches with quiet precision. Some schools form not as a cloud, but as a living curtain across the sea. Every movement across the seafloor sends a signal through the reef. The reef feels every change in the water before the eye understands it. The current that exposes danger also carries food through the Red Sea.
The sea arranges life according to who can hold the current.
At the edge of the reef, the shark moves like the shadow of the sea itself.
A hunt can be a test of pressure long before it becomes a chase.
One sudden pass can turn feeding into escape. The strongest water creates the most valuable stillness. The coral reef receives the moving sea and breaks it into hiding places. Balance in the Red Sea is not stillness, it is constant adjustment. To cross open seawater, even strong swimmers travel together. Their formation is a silent warning written in silver. Beyond the coral, the open sea holds hunters built for patience and speed. Not all movement in the Red Sea happens above the sand. A shadow crossing the reef can speak louder than a strike. Their formation is a warning written across the blue sea. A ray moves through the sea, as if the sea floor itself has learned to fly. The reef senses danger through movement before any strike occurs. Every passing body sends a message through the Red Sea community. Under the coral roof, the hunted become part of the reef's hidden architecture. The Red Sea current is both river and road, carrying food through the reef. Behind coral, the Red Sea creates quiet pockets inside powerful water. When the current delivers food, the Red Sea fills with sudden hunger. Every return to the current is a small act of survival. Each layer of the sea holds a different role in the balance of life. Food brings the small into the open, and the open sea brings risk. The strongest swimmers do not fight the sea, they borrow its force. The attack is not the story, the reaction of the sea is. The hunters move in circles, turning the sea into a living arena. For the small, unity is the shield that the Red Sea provides. Inside the school, the Red Sea becomes a storm of instinct. A near miss is enough to reshape the sea in an instant. In the Red Sea, survival can happen just beyond the reach of a larger mouth. When pressure fades, the sea relaxes into a new pattern. The grouper does not need speed when its presence alone opens space in the reef. Below the racing schools, patience waits in the rock. When danger rises, the reef becomes the safest place in the sea. The Coral Kingdom protects those small enough to enter its maze. The reef shelters the hunted, but it also shelters the hunter. Large hunters share the Red Sea without moving in the same way. In this sea, size can be strength, but it can also be limitation. The visible sea and the hidden sea are always moving together. On the sand, the ray follows clues that the open water hunters never see. A shadow above the Red Sea can change every decision below. The seafloor hides life, but it cannot hide every movement forever. Patience is another kind of speed in the Red Sea. The shark belongs to open sea paths, where awareness is everything. Above the reef, the shark keeps the open sea in balance. Life pauses for the hunter, then the sea begins again. Hunger connects the smallest coral mouth to the largest predator in the sea. A single predator can guide the motion of thousands. The Red Sea balances life not in one line, but across many levels. When the shadow passes, the Red Sea settles, but never fully relaxes. On the seafloor, survival is quieter, but no less precise. Each creature follows a separate path, yet all are shaped by the same Red Sea. Even gentle movement can uncover hidden fear beneath the sand. Each movement in the Red Sea creates another movement nearby. The stronger the current, the more the reef comes alive. The sea offers many escapes, but each one is made for a different body. In the Red Sea, direction itself can become a survival strategy. Inside the school, the sea becomes a storm of living instinct. The sea unites life when danger rises and divides it when the moment passes. The reef and the open sea divide the rules of survival. Not every hunt must end to change the balance of the reef. Every level of the reef offers a different answer to danger.
Some hunters never leave the reef. They let the sea bring life close.
The reef receives the frightened sea and turns movement back into hiding. Inside the coral, small lives enter a world that larger hunters cannot follow. Even predators in the Red Sea are part of relationships that keep the reef alive.
The sea holds beauty and threat in the same turning circle.
After panic, the sea creates stillness where life can reset.
From below, the hunters become shadows written across the light. The Red Sea is not ruled by one creature, but balanced by many lives moving at once. The current returns like a pulse, reminding every life that the sea is always changing.
Feeding in the Red Sea means watching the water as much as the food.
Food draws life together, and the sea quickly becomes a chain of hunger.
The hunter leaves, but its memory remains in the movement of the reef.
From coral to predator, the Red Sea holds every life in balance.
As the day slows, the Red Sea prepares for a different kind of life. The hunters of daylight withdraw, and the reef's hidden chambers grow darker. Different hunters use different paths, but all are shaped by the same sea. The sea erases signs of struggle, but the balance remains beneath the surface. The Red Sea is not ruled by one predator, but by many roles working together.
When light begins to leave the Red Sea, survival changes its rules.
After every disturbance, the
the sea finds a new pattern. This is the Red Sea in motion, ancient water carrying modern life. The day has shown the balance of hunger and shelter. Now the Red Sea will reveal what awakens after the light disappears. Where the current tightens, the balance of survival becomes sharper. The reef breaks the force of the sea, giving life places to rest. Safety in this sea is temporary, always changing with the next shadow. The chase does not need an ending to shape the behavior of the reef. After danger, the sea holds a brief silence before life continues. As the sea light softens, the reef begins to prepare for another transformation. The Dale's hunters drift away, but the Red Sea never truly sleeps. The balance of survival has shaped the day. Now the Red Sea will reveal what awakens when the light begins to disappear. The hidden lives of the Red Sea have shown their secret shelters. Beyond them, the sea's larger forces are waiting. As sunset reaches the Red Sea, the reef begins its transformation into a more secret world. Night has settled over the Red Sea, and the reef is now ruled by quieter, stranger life. The Red Sea night grows deeper, and the hidden life of the sea becomes even more mysterious. Above the Red Sea, moonlight replaces the sun, and the reef begins to glow in silence. In the darkness, the Red Sea reef turns outward, opening itself to the sea for food. In the Red Sea, evening is not an ending, but the opening of another rhythm. As the sea light fades, the reef begins to fold many of its daytime lives into shelter. Night feeding reveals how many hidden lives in the Red Sea depend on the drifting life of the sea. At night, the smallest lives in the sea become the atmosphere through which everything moves. As darkness deepens, the Red Sea fills with smaller drifting life, and the sea itself becomes richer. The reef is no longer only shelter. In the Red Sea night, it becomes a field of feeding mouths. When darkness approaches, the hidden mouths of the Red Sea reef begin to open. And in darkness, shapes hidden by daylight become the quiet architecture of the sea. Night turns the coral kingdom of the Red Sea into a living forest of feeders. At night, even the open sea above the reef becomes a feeding ground. The first night walkers of the Red Sea move carefully, feeling the water before every step. What floats unseen through the sea becomes food for lives that wait for darkness. Small hidden creatures of the Red Sea wait for darkness before crossing the reef. As night approaches, the Red Sea begins to fill with smaller, drifting life. Night travel in the Red Sea happens beneath a sky of drifting sea life. On the night seafloor, every movement is measured against the possibility of danger. Some hidden creatures of the Red Sea reveal their true form only after darkness arrives. In the evening sea, even the smallest drifting bodies begin to shape the life around them. The Red Sea seafloor becomes busier when daylight no longer dominates the reef. In the night sea, one hidden life often becomes the shelter for another. Many fish of the Red Sea seek shelter in caves, while the night hunters begin to move. The hidden creatures of the Red Sea begin to leave their shelters when the light grows weak. The caves of the Red Sea hold their own quiet night communities. Night in the Red Sea belongs to lives that move best beneath the edge of darkness. The Red Sea night belongs to creatures that can change with every surface they touch. Now the hidden eel of the Red Sea begins its true night movement. The sea caves of the Red Sea hold many watchers of the night. In this sea, disappearance can be as graceful as movement. In the darker spaces of the sea, entire communities wait in fragile stillness. Another mind awakens in the Red Sea, patient, curious, and almost impossible to predict. Through the night sea, the eel travels like a line of moving shadow. Every movement of a night predator changes the behavior of the Red Sea reef. As night deepens in the Red Sea, the hidden hunters begin to wake. The octopus does not simply move through the sea. It reads the Red Sea with every touch. Patience and shadow give the night hunters of the sea their advantage. Every object on the night sea floor may hide food, danger, or another secret. Another intelligence of the Red Sea waits for darkness to move more freely. Night gives the octopus the confidence to become part of the moving sea. From the dark rock, the eel enters the Red Sea night like a living shadow. From its rocky chamber, the eel enters the night sea with calm precision. Every movement in the Red Sea night sends a message through the reef. When the eel moves, the hidden reef responds before the sea appears to change. The octopus reads the Red Sea through contact, shadow, and silence. Night reveals the Red Sea, but it also teaches every creature when to disappear. Curiosity becomes part of survival in the night sea. Another intelligence of the Red Sea begins to move with the coming night. Darkness invites many hidden Red Sea lives into the open all at once. In the night sea, the octopus can become whatever the reef requires. Some hunters of the Red Sea move with beauty, so slow it becomes a warning. The night sea may look calm, but every creature is watching. The octopus reads the sea with every touch of its arms. The night sea above the reef grows thick with drifting life. In the Red Sea, even the smallest night feeders must balance hunger with caution. Night in the Red Sea rewards curiosity, caution, and silent movement. Inside the caves, the Red Sea holds fish that seem made for shadow. Transparency becomes a kind of night camouflage in the Red Sea. The reef now feeds more openly as the sea turns toward darkness. Some animals of the Red Sea wait for the sea to darken before revealing their full form. Within one hidden life, the Red Sea can protect another.
Creatures too cautious for daylight now begin to cross the open reef. The sea grows dense with drifting life, and everything on the reef begins to feed from it. Beneath the reef, the nightlife of the Red Sea grows more active with every fading trace of light. In the Red Sea, the smallest night travelers move beneath a sea filled with drifting food. On some nights, the Red Sea releases the future of the reef into the moving sea. The night sea carries beginnings too small to control, yet powerful enough to build tomorrow's reef. Night gives the more cautious lives of the Red Sea a little more courage.
As darkness grows, the living haze of the sea becomes thicker. Even the slow, armored creatures of the Red Sea prefer to travel under darkness. The night sea draws many small feeders upward into its invisible harvest. Every surface of the Red Sea reef seems to drink from the dark current. When the reef darkens, many small hidden paths across the Red Sea open at once. The slowest animals of the sea work through the night, recycling the reef, grain by grain. Some hidden lives of the Red Sea wait for the sea to darken before they fully open. Even within the night feeders of the Red Sea, smaller hidden lives remain protected.
In darkness, even the hidden worms of the Red Sea become part of the moving reef.
The octopus belongs fully to the night sea, adapting to every texture it crosses. Beneath the reef, the Red Sea night awakens a separate layer of life. Each crack in the Red Sea night may hide food, danger, or another secret life. In the Red Sea, even spines can become a refuge for smaller lives. Night allows many hidden creatures to risk a little more of themselves. Some night hunters of the Red Sea move with beautiful precision rather than speed. Even the slow, armored lives of the Red Sea choose darkness to travel. Even in darkness, the reef remains alert to every larger shape in the sea. While hunters move through the Red Sea night, some daytime fish seal themselves inside quiet protection. The night sea brings many secret travelers into the open at once. The eel trusts the Red Sea darkness and pushes farther from shelter. Even sleep in this sea requires strategy. At night, the passages of the Red Sea become living roads for hunters. With darkness above, the octopus claims more of the Red Sea floor. The full night sea of the Red Sea grows richer as drifting life gathers overhead. A distant shadow is enough to remind the reef that night is never harmless. No other creature in this sea shifts so easily between movement and disguise. In the night reef, every hole in the sea may contain a possibility. In darkness, the smallest lives of the Red Sea become the atmosphere of the sea itself. Some hunters of the Red Sea move through darkness with beautiful caution. Moonlight
turns the Red Sea Reef into a maze of silver doors. The reef has fully changed now, and the Red Sea at night becomes a field of feeding life. Each coral of the Red Sea enters the Sea of Night differently, yet all answer the same drifting food. At night, the sea seems quieter, but the reef remains alert. The Red Sea connects plankton, corals, scavengers, and hunters in one nighttime chain of life. The eel leaves its chamber more fully now, trusting the protection of darkness. Even at night, camouflage remains one of the Red Sea's most powerful languages. Night turns the narrow passages of the sea into hunting roads. One small reef mound can hold an entire night ecosystem in the Red Sea. Some night beauty in the Red Sea moves so slowly it can almost be missed. By night, the Red Sea feels older, quieter, and more mysterious than by day. With full night, the Red Sea becomes richer with drifting life. The night sea feeds those who wait, those who filter, and those who hunt. Different lives use the same night for different purposes. In darkness, the smallest lives of the sea begin to shine in the imagination.
The structures of the reef become more enigmatic when the sea is ruled by shadow.
Even the open seafloor becomes alive with quieter movement after dark. Across the reef, separate hunters travel through the same sea of shadow. The reef of the Red Sea transforms at night into a field of countless open mouths. Each coral in the Red Sea enters the night in its own way, yet all follow the same hidden tide of hunger. Night travel in the Red Sea is brief, careful, and always aware. The Red Sea night is not one story, but many stories moving at once. The hidden Red Sea grows most active when the sea itself seems quiet. Night in the Red Sea links the smallest scavengers, the drifting plankton, and the reef itself. When the current rises, the night reef becomes more alive. In darkness, the Red Sea becomes a quieter but more mysterious ocean world. A single reef mound can hold an entire night community within the sea. A river of small life passes through the sea, feeding everything that can reach it. The deeper night becomes, the more the Red Sea feels ancient and unknotable. Beyond this darkness, the Red Sea still holds another change of mood. At night, many lives of the Red Sea overlap in the same hidden space. One passing body can wake hidden movement across the sand. The structures of the reef become more enigmatic when the sea is ruled by shadow. Even the open seafloor becomes busier when daylight disappears. The night sea of the Red Sea is full, layered, and quietly alive. The night seafloor is filled with doors that open only for a moment. After searching the night reef, even the octopus returns to the safety of stone. Night travel in the Red Sea is brief, careful,
and always aware. Everything remains in motion here, even when the Red Sea appears still.
The night sea is not empty. It is simply filled with quieter lives. The darkness of the Red Sea begins to soften, but the night world still holds on.
The deeper night carries the hidden memory of the Red Sea through every current. The Red Sea holds its greatest mystery when so much is alive, yet so little is fully seen.
The night reef reveals how much of the Red Sea lives beyond the reach of daylight.
Through darkness, the Red Sea has revealed another hidden face, and the journey is ready to return to the wider memory of the sea.
In darkness, the Red Sea becomes a quieter but more mysterious ocean world. Through the longest night, the Red Sea has shown its secret pulse. Soon, the ancient sea will return to light and memory. The night is only one face of the sea, and the Red Sea still holds more to reveal.
Through the night, the Red Sea has revealed its secret life. Beyond this darkness, the journey will return to the larger memory of the sea. From above, the sea is water. From within, it is memory, shelter, and endless motion. The current is the thread that ties the Red Sea together. After the long night, the Red Sea begins to return to light, carrying every hidden life into a new day. The ancient waters continue to carry life from shadow into light. What fed in darkness now remains part of the greater living rhythm of the Red Sea. The hidden life of the Red Sea remains, protected by the reef and renewed by each day. The Red Sea is a gateway between ancient memory and living motion. This ancient sea has shown only a fraction of what still lives beneath its surface. And as color returns, the ancient reef reveals how many lives survived the night. What was hidden in darkness now belongs to the greater rhythm of the sea. The small lives that hid in the reef now return to the open sea of morning.
The journey ends in morning light, but the Red Sea continues, ancient, hidden, and alive.
And the sea floor still carries the evidence of everything that moved in darkness.
The Red Sea is both secret chamber and open horizon.
Every small life adds movement to the vast body of the ancient sea.
In the Red Sea, one community withdraws as another begins its day.
This is the Red Sea as a living heritage, shaped by countless unseen lives. Every crack, every cave, and every channel belongs to the same ancient sea.
The Red Sea connects the hidden and the visible, the small and the vast, the night and the day. This ancient water is more than a sea. It is a living memory shaped by every creature within it. Morning does not erase the hidden world. It simply moves it back into the reef. The Red Sea begins each day with movement, color, and the quiet memory of night. The same reef that fed in darkness now shines again beneath the morning sea. What once seemed separate is revealed as one ancient living architecture. The hunters of the night return to darkness, but their presence still shapes the reef. As the hidden hunters rest, the open sea fills again with motion.
Together, these small lives make the Red Sea appear to breathe. The sea is not a collection of scenes. It is one living story written in layers. The Red Sea protects life, not with walls, but with living forms built over time. The traces of night remain for a while, then the sea writes a new day over them. Color returns to the Red Sea, like a language spoken again after darkness. The hidden world is still here, beneath the beauty that morning reveals. The Red Sea holds life in layers, each one depending on the next. The small, the hidden, and the visible all share the same ancient reef. The current gathers life again, and the Red Sea begins another cycle of movement. Here, shelter and open water meet, just as they have for generations. The Red Sea is not only a place of beauty, it is a living heritage shaped by time. The reef remembers the night, even as the morning sea fills again with color. The hidden world remains inside the reef, protected by the ancient structure of the sea. The Red Sea gives life both shelter and space, both refuge and journey. The reef reaches into the sea, and the sea answers with light and food.
Reefs are cities built by living organisms. Color here is not decoration. It is survival. Color here is not decoration. It is survival. Survival.
Every cleaning station is a small agreement between species.
The reef changes with every hour of light. Thousands of lives share the same fragile architecture.
The open ocean appears empty, yet it carries the largest animals on Earth.
Currents connect feeding grounds across entire oceans. Speed, endurance, and timing shape life far from shore. Even drifting objects can become temporary ecosystems. Migration turns the blue expanse into a living highway. The abyss is slow, cold, and far from empty. Vents create islands of life without sunlight. Marine snow carries energy into the deepest ocean. polar oceans bloom beneath a ceiling of ice. Krill support some of the largest feeding gatherings on Earth. Cold water preserves remarkable communities on the seafloor. Every crack in the ice can become a gateway for life. The polar sea changes quickly with light and season.
Mangroves are nurseries between land and sea.
Seagrass meadows feed and shelter countless coastal species. Tides rebuild this habitat twice each day. Estuaries mix nutrients from rivers with the open ocean. The Coral Triangle contains extraordinary marine diversity.
Many species here survive through precise camouflage. If
The Coral Triangle contains extraordinary marine diversity. Many species here survive through precise camouflage. Tiny partnerships sustain entire reef communities. Endemic animals reveal the history of isolated islands. Reproduction keeps the reef alive beyond a single generation. Cephalopods control color, texture, and movement with exceptional precision. Crustaceans occupy nearly every marine habitat. Camouflage can be carried, grown, or borrowed. Many small animals work invisibly inside the reef. From tide pools to trenches, armored life persists.
Migration follows temperature, food, light, and memory.
Parenthood in the ocean takes many different forms. Cooperation can be as important as competition. Spawning events synchronize life across vast distances. Every generation depends on habitats remaining connected. The ocean is one system, divided only by our maps. A current can link coral reefs to polar seas. Life adapts to sunlight, darkness, heat, cold, pressure, and motion. Every habitat contributes to the wider ocean. Protecting the sea means protecting the connections between its worlds.
thrive where sunlight, clear water, and living structure meet. Every coral branch creates shelter for smaller lives. Reef color supports communication, camouflage, and survival. Cleaning stations allow different species to cooperate peacefully.
Daylight transforms the reef hour by hour. A healthy reef is a living community, not a single organism. Coastal nurseries connect the land, the tide, and the open sea. Seagrass meadows feed turtles, dugongs, fish, and countless invertebrates.
mangrove roots protect young animals during their most vulnerable stage.
Each tide carries food, oxygen, and new life into the shallows. Estuaries mix river nutrients with the salt water of the ocean. Healthy coasts depend on mangroves, seagrass, reefs, and open water remaining connected.
The open ocean is a moving world shaped by currents and migration.
Whales cross entire seas to breeding grounds,